Hi, it's Christina Nichols with MCR. Welcome to this week's What's on the Whiteboard. I'm so excited to be here with you today, and I hope you're excited to be here as well. Today we're going to talk about Day of Giving Stewardship. We're actually going to launch a little bit of a series about stewardship because at this time of year they really go hand in hand with all of our annual giving efforts. So Day of Giving Stewardship. And even if you have a separate donor relations or stewardship office in your organization, this is one of those opportunities to connect with them, make sure you're working together to properly steward and quickly steward in a really creative way all of the people who gave on your Day of Giving. Let's be honest, a Day of Giving is definitely a sprint. It's not like the rest of the year when it's really a marathon. This is a sprint. We're trying as hard as we can to get as many donors and dollars in the door that day for causes that may not typically be featured in your appeals. And so it's really fantastic and kind of fun to think about creative ways to thank these donors in ways that we don't typically thank our donors. So a couple of things. So if your Day of Giving includes units throughout your campus or organization that have some sort of creative message or had a fund that they really featured, obviously you're going to use what your donors gave to. So use the funds supported as the first guide to how you're going to thank them. That's going to help dictate, what kind of message do they get. But if we think about our conversations we've had about segmentation, we don't want to make this super complicated, but you should be able to make it kind of fun. So a few different ways to do it. One of my favorite things to do is to have our students or have volunteers or staff make a call afterwards. So you pick up the phone, leave a voicemail if you can, and just say thanks so much. That makes such a huge difference, and just having that human connection and the human voice is a great way to get out and say thank you. Another is to do video. And so you can either do just a really generic big video. I love seeing campus shots or organization shots from our clients, and to see hey, how are these gifts being or impacting the mission and the organization? And especially if you go back to these funds supported, you can really kind of get a little bit granular without making this too complicated by doing that. There are also some companies that do these individualized videos that are really easy and quick to produce. This is another great way to use video on your Day of Giving. And then also to send just a quick postcard or a mailer, but really a postcard is pretty appropriate for this, to say thank you for giving and let them know how many people participated with them. It really gives that the social proof concept. It validates that with them that, hey, they were part of something really big for your mission and for your organization on that day. And then, of course, you can send an email, although after all of the emails and social that they've received, you kind of want to make sure that you're targeting this in the appropriate way. So make sure you're not blasting out a bunch of emails after the Day of Giving. Let them know collectively, hey, here's the impact. Use email for that, use social for that. Say thanks that way, because that is how they probably engaged and shared with their friends, so then they can share as well that they were part of something cool. But also take the opportunity to do something a little bit creative, think outside the box, and maybe use a channel that you haven't used for thanking before. So hope this has been helpful. I hope you're having a great day as well, and I will see you next week with next week's What's on the Whiteboard. Bye, thanks.